style over substance. Attitude is everything. Live on the edge. These are the only 3 rules that guide our future. A future inspired by the work of Josan Gonzalez, bound by Mike Pondsmith's cyberpunk law. A dark future cast in a neon glow, where corporations through nuclear fire have destroyed the known world, save for a few mega-metropolises. The tales you are about to witness are built around the heart of one such city. Robo-City 16, where the machine rules through a mechanized iron fist. The promise of prosperity through logic and sedation has stagnated the progress of the people. However, what the logic of the machine will never conclude, but the will of a few may. Is it's time for change. It's time to rage. For good or ill, the chosen few are those you witness before me. Let the members of the now notorious Mortal Code introduce themselves. Starting in my bottom right, your bottom left. There's only one.
I am Luna, and I play Netra, a netrunner who is an up-and-coming superstar who rolls with the Mortal Code. I wear a headset that's outfitted with cameras that allows me to hack into tech, as well as stream an encrypted POV video to the deep stream, which is actually the stream that you are watching right now. So let me know if you think you have a good idea for us to implement. For example, if we're at a fork in the road and you think we should go left, or maybe we should blow some guy's head off, put it in the chat and I'll relay it to the group.
Alright, my bottom right, your bottom left.
Wait.
He's
dead.
He's
You're
dead.
You're gone.
He's dead.
You're gone. Okay.
Jay
yeah.
is dead, hence the
Spoiler.
little...
How's it spoilers? It happened last episode.
Yeah, but I mean, if the Avengers movie released last week and you're just like, you know, X died.
Some people have
It's not a
still. Hold on.
spoiler.
Some
So
people
you-
still have not seen Game of
so-
Thrones or the Avengers. Anyways,
so you
I
watched the
digress.
So you'd
made
watch the second
in
one
the-
before you watched the first one?
Looks like you just ate my pudding, son.
Maximus Dominus playing Winslor
Ugh.
Burden. I play a solo. I usually can be seen in the buff for some light tan fatigues. Usually carry around a knife and or a sniper, assault rifle. I like combat, but I don't like the machine.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Well. Hello, everybody. I am Rummy the Ever-Living. I play Astraea Magnetar, a nomad extraordinaire. I can drive anything, and I have shotgun, a large blade, a heavy pistol. I usually wear, clothes that fit me. Nothing too, well, sometimes very extravagant, sometimes not. I usually have a clear plastic face mask over my eyes. That's kind of like a HUD, and that's it.
All right, just a few announcements to get to before we get into it. Arn, the winner of last week's giveaway, the fabulous Maelstrom Displate, the art from Josan Gonzalez for Cyberpunk the game, that has been sent to your location, so look forward to that in the next few days. Congratulations. We will be announcing our next giveaway next week. Hopefully Monday, maybe Tuesday. We'll find out next time. Also, remember to like and subscribe and follow all the things across all the channels. We stream on twitch.tv/SASAPUNKS and fb.gg/SASAPUNKS. And we release these episodes the following Wednesday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. We are graced by the glorious and awkward presence of the losers down to my bottom left. Luna plus Enzer make Loser. And they are the fine owners of the Loser Club. They stream from Monday to Wednesday from 4 to 9 p.m. Pacific time, and they are back at it again after working very diligently on some dope cyberpunk goodies for officially CD Projekt Red. So
Without further ado, I believe that is all the announcements.
Yes.
Let's get into it, baby.
When last we left our punks of the Mortal Code, they had a run-in with the Minister of Death on their way out of Robo-City 16, a hulking 15-foot tall machine of, you guessed it, death. An encounter that proved to be most fatal as Jay, our resident robo-killing psychopath, did not make it out with the rest of the Mortal Code, fancying a front row seat on the ride of self-destruction operated by the Minister of Death himself. We pick up now with the remaining members of the Mortal Code, the mysterious little girl Adina, and Winslor's mom, now sailing away from the blast radius that consumed Jay, Minister of Death, and the Metal Burden. Their destination is the mobile city of New Samarkand, located far outside of Robo-City 16 to the east. So, in Bastion's smoking shell floating and sagging periodically through the air, turning from street to street, barely able to even hover above even a one-story building at this point, there's still chaos behind you from Robo-City 16, stuck in a citywide feud, especially pushed to the outskirts of the city because the very central, prime, and most glorious of districts was nuked by their very own president. So, blasts going on behind you, sirens lighting up across the entire distance, gunfire, shattering of glass. As you are weaving up and down, about to exit the last few streets before you have left the city. At this point, before you guys leave, Winslor's mother, she speaks up in the... Actually, where is everybody in the car? Because, actually, since Jay didn't make it, everybody's in the car, right? Oh, Winslor, you're on the top, correct?
Yeah.
Your Adina's in the passenger seat, the little girl. Netra, Astraea, of course, you're driving. Netra and the mom are in the back two seats. Winslor at the top.
Is that in the trunk?
You feel...
No, I think you grabbed onto the to the top of the
truck
car.
on the way
Yeah.
here, but then
You're like punching the top.
Yes.
Yeah.
You feel a small hand, warm hand, from your mother touch your hand that's curling around the top of the vehicle, and you her head sort of like sticks out of the back, and she says, "Winnie, you're alive! I was told that you were dead, and your feed went out. It was so crazy. One day my shows stopped, and I started to panic, and then you and your friends filled my view, giving everything to fight the machine, and I just couldn't stop thinking about your father and brother, what the Ministry of Justice did, and for the first time, I'm angry, Winnie. I'm furious. I want them to pay. I want them to suffer. And I regret so much not being there for you, Winnie. What I mean is I want to support you. I want you to break the machine. And I don't want you to worry about me anymore. The Resistance is rebuilding and asked for my help. I think it's the one who hacked my screen. They intend on keeping the Ministry of Justice at bay, busy, while you take care of what you need to outside of the city. And I want to help. The Resistance is gathering forces closer to the Reach. Gangs are even banding together to help. And the Reach isn't far. Just drop me off and I can get there. Before I go, your father wanted me to give this to you. And she's wearing this like very light, almost like, inside robe, this very tan robe, and she reaches in and she pulls out this this black, thin rectangle of metal, and you can see that it's actually built out of numerous different components. Your father called this the metal burden. It's just to take it out, just to make it easy, more comprehensive. It's you press a button on it, and it sort of expands out. It shifts into a sleeve, a metallic sleeve. Pretty much picture a solo exoskeleton for your arm. And attached onto it is a small little bolt gun, so you can pretty much do like repairs on the fly, and a welding tool. And it'll also increase your strength, or you add +2 to all of your dexterity rolls using that arm.
And it's tailored to my arm?
Yeah. Very sleek. When it's like it literally is like, imagine a handle that you press a button and it sort of extends out and expands into many different components that you slip your arm inside of, and there's almost this like circular vise at the top that cinches it around multiple parts of your arm. And you've got sort of like I want to quote Lone Echo, but probably nobody will know what that is. On the sides, you have, again, like a bolt gun and a torch. The torch isn't incredibly strong. You can't use it as a flamethrower, but if you combine it with something, you probably could.
I got it. Okay. I'm gonna... I'm very, like, taken aback by this. Like, my mother being actually conscious and talking to me is something I haven't heard for years.
You actually realize a thought comes to you as she's looking. She's doing her best to look into your eyes as like the wind is passing by and causing her eyes to tear up. You realize you haven't actually seen her eyes in a long time. And of course there is that sort of the rift face, the outline of the headset that's been almost connected and fused to the skin for years upon years. And there's this meaningful look in her eyes that you've just never seen, on top of never like seeing her in this state.
I'm gonna kind of release my right hand from the actual like car itself and put my hand on hers. Like, it's good to have you back finally. It's been a good while. I'm really fighting back like tears at this point. My eyes are like pretty bloodshot, and it's from the wind, okay? The wind.
I'm
There's
not
a wind
crying.
around here.
And I go, the machine brought another of our family down today. We will get them back. It's good to have you in his stead.
I'll never get consumed again. I'll never wear a headset. It's... Even now, I feel like going back in, but I can't afford to. And she looks back behind her, almost as though like looking, like associating the metal burden with Jay. And she says, I'm sorry, Winslor. I'm no replacement for him. He was a little crazy, but he was a loyal friend. Even I could tell that.
Winnie, I am your mother.
She pulls the skin off of her face to show
reveal
Jay's
our
mask.
new character.
Just kidding. Sorry. And then I stab. Couldn't resist.
Astraea, if you pull down for just a second, I can find my way to the Reach.
Say, hold on. I want to see what happened to Penta and Gruff and Radcliffe. They're at the Reach as well. Come on.
As you look back in your rearview mirror, on Key there is an explosion, followed by another one. If you go back in the state that you're in, there is a very high likelihood that you will die. I mean, so
Fine. Like, fine, I'll tell her, like, hey, if you meet if you see a kid named Penta or Radcliffe, Penta has a knife that looks like it should be for an older woman like me, myself. Radcliffe is, what do you call it? A little rash, and I guess Gruff is a little overweight. So, just tell them I'm looking for him. That's it. Hope they're okay.
I've got a lot of making up to do as a parental figure. You have my word.
Alright. Then I guess I'll just go to the nearest bus stop.
Okay. And she, as you sort of pull down, the car dips and scrapes along the ground before lifting itself back up again. And she goes, you better get this looked at if you want to make it through the rad storm. All right, we'll keep them busy here. You can trust on that. With the extra help from the gangs, it's not actually clear who's losing and winning. Winnie, Netra. And then she looks at the girl in the front seat, and Adina goes, I'm Adina! It's nice to meet you! Wow, Winslor came from you?
What's that supposed to mean?
She just goes, she kind of gets a chip on her shoulder, Winslor's mom. She goes, yes, I did do something right in this life.
I eat that chip. Cool Ranch.
Tastes like incest.
Just what? I don't know what that tastes like, but it's glad you do.
Apparently,
Let's not actually. Let's reverse that and rip off that. That didn't happen. Where's the dagger from Prince of Persia when you need it? Anyway, okay. She quickly goes into the alley, looks around, and then disappears into the darkness. As you can hear sort of footsteps pattering away.
My mom?
Yes.
She's quick for a person who hasn't gotten up in ages, it seems.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you didn't hear them like speeding away. Just pattering is not, Olympic level athlete sprinting.
Can I open a direct line with the derelict?
Isn't he gone?
You can try. You can certainly, yeah. By all and every means.
Wouldn't I be able to get a hold of him?
The last time you opened up a line to derelict,
yeah, he pretty much like
he was pretty much like, we're under it. I forget exactly what he said, but it ended with a hail of bullets, a yell, and then a flat or like a static line.
I'm gonna reach out to derelict again. Hey, derelict, you alive? Hello,
Winslor?
derelict. Holy mother!
No, buddy, it's Gruff.
What happened to derelict?
Derelict's being taken care of right now.
Is he good?
He's been better. He was never one for action, but he knows the reach better than anybody, and he's doing a really good job at coordinating our offensive and defensive strikes.
Well, hell, that means good on him. Gruff. Then, very important. Please listen to me. My mother came out of hibernation with a coma. She's heading your way. If you find her, I'm gonna send her a picture of my mother. Like, you find her, you protect her, or I will murder you and all of your family. This is the one ass I will owe you the biggest of favors. Please.
Isn't Gruff a child?
Yes.
You forgot to throw in all of his little kid friends into the threat.
Whoa.
He doesn't realize about the gravity.
Okay. We're all going through a lot, but if she's related to you, she's got to be good for something.
Put her to work. She's willing to help.
I'm sure she is. We've it's kind of touch and go here, but just do what you got to do.
I'm gonna go really quiet. I'm gonna go, Gruff. You protect my mother. Please. that's it.
We should
Consider
ask
it
if Penta
done,
or something.
Winslor. Everything that you guys have given us, consider it done.
I owe you.
And you hear another sort of hail of bullets, and they're breaking in! I gotta go.
Good luck.
We'll keep her safe, don't you worry. Just don't pay attention to that gunfire.
They're all dead. They're gonna go down. Oh god. No.
We'll keep her.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, and the line goes dead. It not from being purposefully turned off, not.
I got it.
Death.
Yeah.
He's busy.
Okay, so what are you guys up to as you are just at the threshold to the outskirts of the city?
I'm gonna be looking out for this rad storm that his mom brought up.
The rad storm, almost anybody who is even has a slight amount of awareness would be familiar with the rad storm in Robo-City 16, which actually means that probably a small portion of people would be aware of it. It is literally the storm that when you look out far enough into the expanse outside of the city, you see a wall of darkened clouds and with
Mad
deep
Max?
green coloration.
Storm?
Yes, so pretty much picture the Mad Max storm.
What?
Yeah, ha! Picture that storm we all know. The wall, the blanket of dark clouds, except there's like green coloration shifting and pulsing throughout with deep lightning strikes. Crackling within. And as you even say this, you just like look out from the point that you are at, and you can see like the expanse extend before you with the many different like machines sticking out of the ground, ruined entire highways that were elevated to allow for numerous different flows of traffic. They're just sort of like collapsed and arcing out of the ground. Yeah. So, what are you guys looking to do?
Can I start making my way into the car?
Yes, you can, as there is now ample room. Only Netra is in the back now, along with you, Astraea driving, and Adina in the front.
I'm going to start to the best of my ability to patch up my wounds and everybody else's wounds using the new one.
Wait, don't we still have
Vitalith?
Violet? Yeah. I bet it's still the same day.
Vitalith is, yeah, it's still the same day, so he has not had time to
Recharge?
exactly, thank you.
So I'm just going to start like taking, if I don't have any bandages, I'm cutting strips out of the seats.
Okay, so
Wait, is this your car, Astraea, or is this the...
This is the only car we have right now. it's about to fall to pieces if we.
Well, not going to miss another couple of leather straps here and there.
Never know.
You're right, I don't. So I'm going to continue. I'm going to take straps off of the back seat.
So you don't have any first aid, right? Jay was the only one who had first aid.
Yeah, I'm really...
Perfect.
I was going to say I'm going to use my...
I mean,
Give me an
insane amount of
intelligence
brawling.
plus. Give me an intelligence plus education plus 1d10.
Just hit your arm with the bandages.
we still have Res 4's secondary collar thing. His flare gun.
Ooh, okay. Would you want 1d10 plus what? Education?
Mm-hmm. Well, intelligence plus education plus 1d10.
17. Suck it.
Okay, I will say that everybody in the car is stabilized if they were not stabilized before,
Nice.
and they are healed 1 point of health. Without first aid, there's nothing significant that you can do. but having basic understanding of tourniquets and tourniquets and turntable kits. Yeah, that you're able to get by, but just like the car, you guys are
On our last legs.
exactly you band-aids and duct tape, mainly duct tape, is holding together masterpieces.
We're
so.
good for years. We're solid then. Duct tape.
Can I ask you to use Res Force things so we can actually maybe make it out of here?
Remember, he's extremely expensive, so whereas by all means,
I mean,
go ahead and
how much
use
money
a
do you
player,
have?
but
Do you have Winslor?
440 credits. I don't think that would be.
I have 5,200.
What?
What?
What? Hold on. Wait. Why have I been spending all the money then?
Because you just keep buying stuff.
Because you're a sucker. I'm just kidding.
I only bought the Goku blade, and you bought all those rounds and everything else.
If I'm still fixing her, I'm gonna take the leather strap I was wrapping around her wound. I'm gonna rip it off. Oh no!
Ah!
Fuck you.
By
heal
one
yourself
heal
with your
point.
credits.
By
Yeah.
one heal point. God, I'm back down to 30 points of health.
Oh, back down to 30 points. Well, what do you want?
No, I don't. We don't have it. We'll just let's keep
get
driving.
to the
Let's keep
location.
driving.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
keep driving. If you make it, we make it. If you don't, we'll call him. Okay.
Okay.
We're still within Robo-City 16.
You are just in the last few streets before exiting the city into the open road where ancient machinery is consumed by the earth, and
With my background in metalworking, would I know of any on the outskirts of any shops that could provide us with like, I don't know, a haven, like a metal shop that's on the outskirts of town, like on the way out? That I don't even have to be friends with that person, just know of them.
your family used to source some parts from a place that's actually outside of the city, not in. Well, any place to a robo is under their jurisdiction, but it's not under their official jurisdiction. Like, they didn't have many patrols up there. Mad Tink's auto shop and a junkyard used to do some, at least your family used to do some business with back in the day. It's unsure whether or not it's still there or operating, especially during these times, but you are familiar with that area. And do you guys actually know where you're going outside of that?
No.
You do know that I'm not sure if I have to remind you, but you have the coordinates for New Samarkand.
Can you just Google Maps it?
Yeah.
Machine maps it. I'm gonna, while Netra figures that out, I'm gonna drop a pin, a location, a rough guesstimate of where Mad Tank's auto would have been, and I go, if we stop there, maybe they could help us out, give us I don't know, more duct tape. Shit, I don't know. Go there.
We'll see.
We need to stop. Make sure we're not gonna explode.
I guess I'll head there. If it's on the way, I'll head there. Yeah.
If you're pulling up a map with like the different coordinates on it, it's not like Google Maps. Remember, like, you guys have to sort of get the data of the surrounding area either there or by another means of download or what have you, in order to have these maps. So what you're really looking at mostly is it's not like a real map. It's really literally, it's like seeing a single star in a sky filled with clouds, if that makes sense. Like, you don't know anything in between, but you know the distance and location of where you need to go. And there are two signals that are on your map currently in this, remember, this cloud-filled sky filled with only two stars. One is many hundreds of miles away, and that is New Samarkand. It's pretty much directly to the east, a little bit south, little like slightly southeast. Mad Tink's auto shop and junkyard is about 15 miles away, like a little bit northeast. And you're actually getting this weird signal from it's interesting. It's like a small ping on the radar. It's like a how to put it. It's like a pattern that you recognize. It's not necessarily a signal, but it's almost like this beacon or this series of colors on the sort of digital map that remind you. The only similar pattern you've seen is when you were around Hakita's base, her sort of large downed mech head, but it's like pulsing out this pattern that, again, you don't quite know what it is. The only hint that you have is that it's a bit similar to Hakita's. And as you're driving out of the city, as the last sort of interest point that is of note, is you see this blanket of sand being kicked off many miles out, heading to the storm. Still a while away, but heading to the storm. Astraea, you notice this as a caravan, as other nomads. There aren't enough indicators to tell whether or not it is the Quasars, the group that you came from, that you know your mother and father lead, or at least used to lead when you last knew them, when you last met up with them, or left them. But this is another sort of nomadic group. So you have Hakita signal, you have Tiny Tinks, you literally have just going straight into the rad storm, which even just looking at it, in looking at your car, probably not the smartest thing to do. And then you have a caravan or nomadic group also heading in a similar direction as you guys. So are you heading to just Astraea, Tiny Tinks, or sorry, not Tiny Tinks, Mad Tinks?
How close is Mad Tinks and how far away is the Nomad caravan?
The Nomad caravan is about like 40 miles away.
Never mind. I was gonna say we could get some cheap parts maybe, but nah. We'll go there in a little bit. We'll go to Mad Tinks first, I guess. Just or is Mad Tinks like more than 40 miles away?
No, Mad Tinks is like 15 miles away.
Okay, I guess we'll head to Mad Tinks.
It's just enough outside of the city to be relatively safe. You guys also, I would say, would be under the impression that you're probably going to be followed. Like the name Mortal Code, all of your images is out there. You are wanted criminals now of Robo-City 16. So
masks up.
Yeah, mask up.
Is there any way we could ditch the vehicle?
Or
Possibly.
repaint it?
Yeah, like GTA this vehicle real quick, repaint.
I mean, you're headed to a junkyard, so maybe.
Astraea, I would like to get rid of this. If we're being,
Well, there's no way we can if we get rid of it now. We're walking 40 miles through the desert.
keep going. I'm gonna. Netra, can you open a secure link to someone at the Mad Tanks?
Hey,
Methinks I can.
It's 15 miles away. That's outside of any distance.
I'm gonna slowly start taking off the bandages from Netra.
Can I
Remember,
ask
you guys are
Adina?
dealing with short burst communication, so it's within a smaller distance than 15.
Can I ask Adina if she can do anything about the look? Maybe like, hey, you made lights appear on the Baron, so could you like her maybe hallucination this car a little bit?
I didn't do anything with the Baron, but you're talking about an art project.
Yes, I am. Arts and crafts.
And You look at her, and she now has like the bunny is kind of decked out in the small little stuffed bunny that she had. I don't know why I said stuffed. It's actually made out of mechanical components from the sort of chamber that she was held in. Has like studs on the top of the ears, has like buttons around it, and has even sort of like fashioned a small sort of cut off jean jacket. And then the bear, you notice, has a hockey mask over it, and she's like looking around for other parts to add to it. And she goes, I think we can do something, but I'm gonna need paint, and I'm going to need Play-Doh, and I'm going to need, and she just starts listing off like random parts in different like childish objects.
It's good to know that Play-Doh still survives.
The best thing is your imagination, I would say. And Winslor, is there a toy car back there? I think there is. Maybe.
I look for a toy car in the banks.
Yeah, there is. There's the mechanical toy car that was fashioned similarly to the bear and the bunny out of numerous different mechanical components, like amalgamated together to make the shape of a car.
I just go, hey, you looking for this sweetness?
Ooh, I could use this as and she looks over to Netra and she looks at the headset. A prototype, I think is what they're called.
Yep.
Right. She gets
really
going to
smart little child.
Kind of look at Netra, just go.
Give him a look like maybe.
Maybe. Okay, so still headed to Mad Tinks.
How's that line going?
Yeah, I'm still.
Anything on the
Trying
shortwave?
to reach them.
Just say Metal
No.
Burden needs
Ring,
your help.
ring.
Bring.
Nothing yet. Still 15 miles out, but you can try as you get closer.
Use AOL.
What did you say?
Is there anything on the vehicle that needs immediate attention that I could kind of like, I don't know, weld up? Just do a light inspection of the vehicle to kind of keep it held together for the most part.
Give me an intelligence plus perception, I suppose.
21.
Okay, yeah, you definitely see like portions that are exposed underneath that, due to the force going forward and the wind being caused, the wind is causing the fire to like spark up and like shoot over the edge and deteriorate other parts of the vehicle. And this is happening in numerous sections. There are sparks from loose wires. I would say that you have quickly identified at least 5 different areas that need immediate attention.
I'm gonna go, Astraea, slow down. Crawl space. Snail's pace for 5 minutes. And then if she actually slows down, I'm gonna crawl out with duct tape and the welder from the arm, and I'm gonna start patching whatever I can.
Okay. Go ahead, Netra or Astraea. Do you want to help with this? Because you are a bit better.
If he's going to do that, I might as well just pull off and stop.
If you can run a simple diagnosis,
And just
Again, you
check.
don't imagine you have much time to lose to do these things.
5
And I
minutes.
guess I'll slow down to almost a crawl and just. And then,
Yeah,
help
Astraea and I are
with
gonna
it.
tag team the repair, like light repairs for 5 minutes.
I want to focus on like the what do you call it, the what do you call, software components of the vehicle, like the shield, the freaking those things.
I'm putting out the fires and wrapping the wires.
Okay. I want both of you to get Astraea. This is gonna be
Auto tech,
reflex
or-
plus. You say auto tech?
Yeah, you said auto tech was tech plus driving. But I have no idea if that's what this would be.
you can give me a tech plus driving. Winslor, give me a tech plus basic tech.
Are there any of those holographic wanted signs around us?
The very last one that shows you guys in a sort of heroic, sort of like shoulder to shoulder in your different positions, wanted below and on top, and scrolling by is 50,000 credits. And then it just raised, you see, in the immediate moment to 100,000 credits, and you see Jay's hologram get grayed out and X'd out.
Whoa, that's a lot of credits. That's a big bounty. Can I take it?
I turn myself
The bounty?
No, can I?
I want to turn myself in.
Can I take the little sign thing, the contraption that's like the holographic sign? Or is it like in Harry Potter where like the poster is moving, but it's an actual poster?
It's above it's above an old VHS store, and it's just rotating from a like a base platform, like a statue base that doesn't extend up. It's just like the statue base with some light coming out of it, and then the image extending above this sort of low to the roof cylinder.
Is it too big to carry?
It's pretty heavy, but with someone's help, you might be able to take it. You guys are making stops and taking your old time.
I got a natural 9, which comes out to be 12.
21.
Wow.
I don't have basic tech. I'm not good with repairs.
We need
But
to
you
find-
own a metal shop.
Yeah, we need to find some way to like some stat that makes sense for you to be like
DIY.
a welder or something like that.
If you were to give me that, it would be a reflex.
I don't think so.
Reflex and local expert.
Local expert means something different.
Local expert is under intelligence, not reflex.
My character makes 0 sense
Yeah,
then.
no drive.
Well, I mean, we're all sort of a little bit struggling with the stats of Cyberpunk, but you successfully repair 2 out of the 5 different sort of major sparks. The others are too hot for you to approach at this moment, and some of the sparking portions of the vehicle are literally, it's a confusion of already welded together wires that are discharging their electric payloads across one another, and you just have no idea like where to begin for that. Like stopping a fire, easy. Soldering specific electrical components in this instance, not your specialty. Astraea, what'd you get?
21.
21. Okay. I would say that due to both of your rolls, the total health of the vehicle comes up 5. Instead of sagging, losing its altitude periodically, you found a state of stability, but it still is not enough power to really rise above the roofs. You are just sailing relatively smoothly at this point. So the health is, I think, what, 10 now?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have 10 health, and Astraea, you have successfully enabled, I suppose, re-enabled another full round of use of, partitioning the energy, or sorry, the power of Bastion into one function of your choosing, be it the invisibility, be it the barrier, or be it speed.
So does it still have 8 armor?
Yes. You'd have to physically get, like, the vehicle would have to be good to begin with, and then you add armor onto it. Okay.
Alright, so there's one use of whatever one of those things that. Can I ask Adina, like, hey, if I press the well, actually, no. The thing she did with the shield earlier, turning it into flowers. Can she do the same thing with the invisibility, like change the look of the car? Since if I press the invisibility button, will it just change what goes invisible? I don't know.
I don't know.
We'll come up with that when we get there. I just haven't. So
That all sounds real complicated.
that is real complicated. So let's leave that where we found it. All right.
Well, you guys are about 5 miles at this point. As you have finished your repairs as best that you can handle currently while on the move. Netra, did you want to try and take the base hologram plate?
No, it sounds too big.
Okay.
Like, is it like a ridiculous size, or it's like, what are we doing with this?
I mean, imagine it literally a sewer grate is how large and probably how heavy it's going to be.
Yeah,
Okay. You do notice like some flower petals sort of like fall around Jay's form, and wings sort of appear on his back as a halo outlines, and you just hear much better. He was really cool.
Wait, Adina just did that? That's nice.
I don't know.
Oh.
Okay, so you guys are again about 5 miles away from Mad Tink's auto shop. You can try and get in touch again if you would like, or you can just sort of like drive there, finish the trek.
We've got a pretty big bounty on our heads. Is it even smart to tell them that we're on our way?
I don't know. you guys.
Maybe it would be better to show up unannounced, and then if things turn south, we can take care of them right on the spot.
This place has done business with us a lot in the past, right?
But like at least 10 years ago.
That's totally fine. Would there have been something like an order sent to a different name, or a name they would recognize, like my father's name or my brother's name?
Either way, you'd be taking a chance. You haven't heard from them in 10 years, so if it's still the same owner, they might recognize the name. If it's not, then you may be exposing your true identities to somebody who is untrustworthy. There's a chance.
Do I remember the owner's name?
Yeah, Tink.
Send a message to Tink. Tell them.
You can't like identify people. There's not like a Rolodex.
I'm not. I was just saying, like, just send a message to Tink, to Mad Tink's auto. Say, a heavy burden is coming to you. Be prepared. And put burden in caps.
Isn't this a phone call?
That's an email.
Can I? An email?
Yeah. An encrypted
There
text.
are text emails, you know.
Okay.
It's the
To
year
this
20
company?
whatever the
Not
fuck.
everybody is always prepared to use their, is in a situation
Video
where they can use their
call.
voice.
Hello, it's a video of me hologramming in.
It's me.
Pretty sure people are still going to be using text messages in 2077.
I send a text over to Mad Tinks.
Okay.
It says, "Methinks a heavy burden is coming to you." I'm kidding. It just says a heavy burden is coming to you.
Okay.
But I think we should be ready to shoot him up.
There's nothing else we can do other than that. 10 years is a long time.
Yeah, you get back, and this is not in their voice, of course, but it's I thought you were dead. I haven't heard from you for a long time. Come on over. I'm sure we can figure something out.
Can you relay that back to us?
No. Just kidding, yes.
I'm gonna Astraea. Once we're getting closer to the location, don't get too close. I will go off on my own.
You'll go in alone?
Okay, I guess that may.
I'm
work
not
for
gonna
some-
endanger everybody.
We'll park across the street.
Literally, that was just my impromptu way of saying, like,
Well, your
Tink-
impromptu
Tink-
was now
Tink is
suspending all of our arrivals.
Tink is there.
The only way I could intercept that message is to be very suspicious.
We'll park across the street and I'll have a sniper view.
As you guys pull forward, you see at this large, what used to be a large intersection, coated in dust and rubble, strewn machine parts, again down mechs like across the street that you can see have been, it's almost like the shell of a mech, like all the parts have been stripped and taken out and brought into what you can see is a huge perimeter of a dump, and highlighting the entrance, or I suppose like the main place of business for Mad Tink's auto shop, is one of those very large cargo planes. The back is open, drop down. You see Tiny Tinks like in very vibrant spray painted yellow with some like pink accents. Tiny Tink's auto shop and junkyard, and it's like hanging on a sign on the wing that's outstretching. It says "No robos allowed," and it looks like the entire front portion, or sorry, side portion of this cargo plane has been, like, you can see windows on the inside. It's been also stripped down a little bit to be like a welcome area. Like the plane wing has like poles that are making sure it doesn't fall, that act as like a veranda. Is that the is that the word for it? Standing outside is an older man with a large overcoat, one of those, is it like a fishing, it's like a Russian fishing hat with like the two sides that go down and like some pockets along the side, like numerous different electrical components on the hat as well, and in a white beard. Looks maybe mid 60s, like it is somewhere in their 60s.
Let's put two and two together.
It looks like this. Oh,
For no reason do we have that picture
Boy.
prepared.
Is this Tiny Tinks?
I'm gonna wait. We're like parked across the way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna Astraea.
You know,
What do you have on your scanners?
I don't have a scanner.
No, there's no scanners in the car.
The car's broken. Like, I only fix the defensive things. I don't fix anything that's like, hey, scan the area.
Netra, do you have anything?
I
Anything?
can do a light scan. What are you looking for?
Anything that's? I mean, this place is desolate. Anything moving? I honestly.
You do see some, well, there's nothing moving, but you do see some vehicles that are pulled up that look like they're right now being worked on. Not really worked on, like they've been stripped.
Is there anything that resembles Robo-City 16? Any vehicles? We're counting on the outskirts.
I'm going to
Coming
do.
anything coming from the city.
I'm gonna do a perception check, basically.
Okay.
Look around us to see if we've been followed.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be like looking. I'm not gonna get out yet. I'm gonna wait a couple minutes. I'm just gonna look around.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a intelligence plus perception plus 1d10.
19.
21.
As Astraea was pulling in, you didn't get any like electric polizei signals or Ministry of Information pings or anything like that, but you did see in the scrapyard there were like pieces of mechs that were sticking out of the huge piles of garbage and destroyed pressed cars and like numerous different mechanical components. You definitely saw like a section of like you just saw the white lettering on the blue metal polizei chest that says polizei, just like with a vacant dead stare sticking out of the rubble. One of the advanced units, but like both of its arms were missing, like part of its jaw was missing. It just looked like it'd been worked on or a project.
Does it still have the full frontal like armor plate that says police sign on, like unmolested? Or
No. It's like that was. It looks much older than like the more fresh ones in the city, and even the ones in the city didn't take good care of themselves. Like, you don't need to look good to beat humans to death. No, but I mean, like as you look down, it's like from the lower abdomen is a series of cables with no connection points that are just hanging.
kind of turn to I guess when there's when I get to him,
I'm still in the car.
I'll be like, hey, you think we could, take some pieces off that police eye robot or any police eye robot?
I don't know what we can do right now. Let me go talk to Tink real quick.
Just ask him for me, please.
I'm gonna step out of the vehicle and just close the door very quietly. Yeah, I'm gonna dip out. I'm gonna go left.
You pulled into the empty cavity of the downed machine torso that's across the street. As you walk out to the left, are you approaching the older gentleman? Okay, perhaps you can give a more accurate breakdown of your look and feel.
I have my I have that attachment on with the little, I guess, a 9mm. Actually, like a 22 would be more appropriate for this kind of thing, I suppose.
Definitely.
It's a small caliber.
22.
Small caliber, very
Like a straw.
non-effective at medium to far range.
Okay.
I'm just gonna have that ready to go, kind of approaching.
Okay. Just you? Anybody else?
Nope, just me.
Okay.
I got out of the car, but I'm pointing my heavy pistol in that area. I'm aiming in that direction.
Okay. Let me know. Are you making it obvious, or you're just like?
I'm approaching him as like, you know how like some old people kind of walk with like their hands behind their backs,
Yeah.
like that. I'm just gonna walk up just like that, and then once I get closer, I'm just gonna put my hands up in the air really quickly, like I feel like I have nothing to hide.
Okay.
Like, Tink, it's Winslor.
You can put your hands down. Looks are not what they seem. Or are they? What's your name, son?
I just told you, it's Winslor. You don't remember?
Wait,
You don't remember my father, my mother?
are you a customer?
You did business with the Metal Burden about 10 years ago.
I don't remember.
I
Are you here for business?
hand him a business card.
This is why I wasn't comfortable really
What?
answering as him, but I wanted you to know that he was there. Do you have a business card?
No, I hand him a business card.
Oh, for Metal Burden?
Yeah, it's a hologram.
What's it look like?
It's a you know those like fishing weights.
Yeah.
It's like that. And it's got M burden, but when you like the hologram goes in your hand, kind of like just sinks kind of slowly through. Like it's heavy. It's like it's a burden.
My burden.
My bird. My bird.
Let me see if we got any openings. And
Yeah,
and you'll see him like
What?
Just you ask. Never mind. It's clearly desolate, but you're asking if it's. Never mind. I just thought that was funny.
you're gonna see him like making a bunch of gestures as though he's accessing some kind of interface that you can't see. Okay. Well, I don't know what you're here for, but we have an opening. We
An opening?
Yep. I got tools. You want me to break it or fix it?
Fix.
Okay. Well, that's good.
It's
Sure.
already broken.
Mm.
I'm gonna.
I do need the business. I'll do it for free.
I would hope so. For a friend, I suppose. I want to go. Netra. Can you feed me a live feed of Robo-City where we just left?
I can try and find a deep stream.
Who are you
currently.
talking to?
I don't.
My name's Tink.
I don't answer, and I'm just gonna wait until I can like hold out a feed of like the Ministry of Information where we just came from.
You just have to look to your left, back from where you came from to the city, to see the darkened cloud and the numerous different lights, flares.
Oh,
And
I
you can
can't
even
fix
hear
that.
like a stream of like far off into the distance. There's action happening.
Tank. Well, I just came from that, and well, I know
Well,
that
that'll cost you.
not gonna fix that yet.
Oh.
We're bringing down the machine. Hopefully, you're on the same side as us.
Didn't know there were sides.
There's
Haven't thought
there's
about
the,
it.
There's the humans, and there's the machine, and then there's hybrids, which that's technical.
Literally.
Well, let's have you bring around whatever you got that needs fixing, and
Can I do like some kind of insight check on him? Can I do like a good judgment check?
What are the rolls for this one?
Can I do a 1d10 cool plus fucking I don't know. Something.
Give me a cool plus concentration.
He's senile, not a bad person.
Astraea, it's good. Don't even worry about it. He's trustworthy. I've spoken to him, and well,
Okay.
he's the best we got.
Can't
I don't
see what
know
you're
who
doing.
you're talking to, but I assure you, I don't know you. You should withhold your judgment. This is just a general lesson. That's free too. But
Maybe that you don't remember me is for the best.
nope. But you do seem friendly.
Do you even remember the metal burden?
Metal. No.
Metal burden.
I know metal. Metal burden, no.
You don't remember my father,
Oh my.
Windsor.
Hold on, let me access my internal system. Click, click. Scroll. Scroll. Wait. Now. But like I said, I need the customers.
How long have you been here?
There seems something very obviously off about him.
Yeah.
Like,
You okay, Tink?
Trust me.
I remember. Do I remember?
I really, really need
from 10
customers.
years ago, I would say many more
I would have
years
been
than
like
10 years
18
ago.
at the time.
Many more than 10 years ago, your father brought you to Tink's once. And Tink looked vastly different, was definitely more coherent then.
Wait. Come here. Come here. Just, okay, I'll go there. I'm gonna put my hands on your face. Don't freak out. Yes.
I'm gonna have my attachment like ready to go, like thumb on the trigger.
Okay.
Enhance.
But maybe not even really.
No. I'm sorry. I want to remember you. But let
Well-
me tell you, I am desperate for customers. I'll do anything you want. I help you, you help me.
Well, what I need right now is a little bit of secrecy and a little bit of repairs. Can you offer that? Honestly, it will be for the betterment of your own life at this point.
I do like life. I need that. Okay, I'm in.
Astraea, it's okay, bring the car around.
Alright, as I pull it around.
Just, I have a holding area.
Yep. Where?
It's a holding area that I'm gonna.
Bring us to
You're gonna need.
access.
You're gonna need to get in the vehicle and
People are in the vehicle.
wait.
No,
What is that?
we don't have time.
I'm sorry. I don't either.
No,
But
you
that's just how
clearly
this
have a
place
lot of
works
time.
right now.
You've had time. Now you've run out.
Winslor, was it?
Yes, sir.
I do apologize, but that's just how it has to be.
Any help?
Well, it doesn't have to be, but that's what
The
I'm asking.
faster we can move this along, the faster we can get out of your hair. I would say that we might be being followed by somebody who might murder you.
I'm gonna start. You're gonna see him start like shaking his hand, and then like his other hand steadies in, and he's like, "Winslor, get in the car and wait. There's a magnet, big old magnet metal pulley thing over there. You'll see it. Just get in the car and wait over there."
Okay. As I turn around, I will bring my arms in front of me so you can't see.
It's a new procedure. That's
And Adina like sort of like reaches over the back, like her passenger seat, and like reaches for the door handle. And he's like, Windsor, get in. Tell me about this guy. He looks insane.
Literally insane.
He looks so fun though.
He might not be. Have fun.
She just like looks at him now and like gets in the seat and like leans into the corner away from him as she's looking him up and down. You sure?
wait.
He looks harmless.
Can I see the whole party in the car?
Yeah, you can see like a kid, darker skinned female, super hot, driving, like this very intricate looking suited, like tight suited other female form in the back, with a large headset, or actually like a sleek-looking headset on. It looks like it's been through quite a bit already.
Oh boy, you got kids in there. Hey, child. Well, let me tell you, I haven't yet. This is a new process. Hasn't yet, but I just have to warn you. I haven't approved this yet for children.
I'm gonna immediately say shut the fuck up.
Oh! Down to business.
If you mention what you just mentioned one more time, not gonna be a good day for any one of us. This person is very sought after, so let's keep it under wraps.
Okay, got me? It's not gonna be a good day for anybody. I would not, especially us. Not good, but just okay. No, there's no little ones you've been in this warned. car. No little
I
ones.
say.
Okay. Thank you. Right this way then.
We're okay.
Head down there and you'll see it hanging from the big old sky.
I'm gonna say, Addie, be ready. As I'm looking at the little one as a nickname,
What'd you just call her?
Addie.
Addie?
Mm-hmm.
For Adderall.
Mm.
Go there. But yeah.
Oh wow. Is that really a term for Adderall?
It is, yeah, Addie. It's not in the same context, so.
I don't know if I like that.
You're very
But I don't know that I don't. So Tink guides you into. There's the length of the plane. There's the back sort of cargo bay that's open. He pulls you forward into an opening underneath the veranda plane wing, towards more of the cockpit. That is a full garage that's opened. As you enter in, as he's sort of like walking, guiding you through, the opposite side is open as well. That leads into the junkyard, and you start arcing around. You can immediately see that it's a circular sort of shaped junkyard. As soon as you look to the left, you see that the other wing is broken and down in the ground, with a bunch of like rubble in the way, so you can't like go left. It's sort of like this directed right path. Sorry, it's.
Let's
just say there's
something occurred to me. It's not nothing from your description.
Oh, okay.
Something clicked.
He's starts walking forward. The car keeps going into. You can see like numerous different cranes holding compacted sections of garbage, crushed cars and vehicles, and you see the crane through the series of other hanging objects with like a large circular magnet on it, hovering above the, like, literally one of those plates that cars pull onto at a repair shop garage. And
As we're pulling in, do I see any mechs with no heads?
go ahead and roll a perception check. I just realized we got on the random playlist.
18.
Wait, did it go through the entire playlist?
Wait. 20, not natural.
It might not have. I don't know if I put it on shuffle or.
In an hour, so. Hour long playlist.
You got. I'm sorry. You said 20.
20, not natural. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter in this one. God, it's so natural to say.
Oh, there we go. Okay. You definitely see as you're driving through, and there's like walls like 20 feet high of garbage, thrown away cybernetic components. Like you even see old models of like the legs that you use currently. You see on the left side this like iron giant hand that's just at rest in between the some of the cranes. You start arcing forward. There's a garage on the outside perimeter, and literally a trash compactor, like a huge. The crane you see has like one of the sections of garbage, and it's currently at a standstill. But you see that the trash compactor is off, but it's like filled to the brim with a bunch of garbage and also compacted, dense cubes on the other side. And there's a garage, and then on the other side, as you're pulling onto this platform, you can see, as you look around the curve of the junkyard, the opposite of what you're looking for. Actually, a large skeletal, almost like Terminator head. Missing teeth, eyes are not active. It seems to have damage, but it looks to be like a large Robo-Titan head. And you can see numerous, as I said, like polizei, like powered down torsos, and not just like polizei components as well. Like you see VR Corp headsets just thrown away, stripped of their parts, like numerous different destroyed items in this garage. And in the very center, in the very center of this dump are 3 different stacks of super high compacted cars just on top of each other. And this is where we will take a break because I really have to go to the bathroom. So we will be back here at 8:40. Thank you guys for joining up until this point. I hope that you have enjoyed it so far. Remember to check out and subscribe and follow our channel as well as the Loser Club to follow all of their glorious awkward antics on Twitch and Facebook Gaming, and also YouTube for both. You guys have a YouTube channel, right?
It's a very sad YouTube channel, but it exists.
Some people could use some sadness in their life. So thank you guys again. We'll be back here at 8:40 and see you then.
Welcome back, Sasapunks, to the stream of your lives.
When last we left off, the mortal code had happened upon Mad Tink's auto shop and junkyard, where they were looking for some quick repairs for Bastion, Astraea's new air car, stolen from Baron Ironface. Tink had brought them back into his junkyard and placed them on top of a sort of like one of those repair metal platforms that have the wheel divots for wheels to roll into. And as you guys parked onto this platform, you heard this as you look above, and you do see this this large circular plate descending down, and hold on.
Are you reading
It's
that?
about No, I'm not
Oh,
reading.
just
Wait,
kidding.
am I reading what?
No, I think you shouldn't read the chat.
Well, I thought
This is just gonna derail the game.
it sounded like he was reading something. So
No,
that's
I
what
don't
was
have.
like.
Again, like my stream doesn't show the chat right, unfortunately, right now. So it's
Oh, I
it's,
see, never
it's
mind.
lame. That's why I lift up the headset more often. So it is nighttime, and there's just lights, floodlights around the junkyard right now. You hear the large machinery and rotors and the wire, and you hear, and you feel the shift of the car. The magnet doesn't come down and slam on top of the car. The car lifts up as the magnet gets into a close enough position, and the magnet just raises the car up into the air 10, 15, about 18 feet. And at this point you hear like the shifting of metal in the periphery around the junkyard. You hear some small echoing and getting louder laughter. And you hear the garage door slide open from the garage that was placed in front of you, and you hear from below you,
Nice haul, Mad Tink. Looks like it could blow at any minute, but the manticores are born through fire, and we're due for a revival.
and you hear the as somebody is sliding down the cable that links the magnet to the car and lands on the front of the car. Picture like a war boy, tattooed up, just ripped pants, sort of like black halos around the eyes, bald, young kid leans down, and he goes, I think you're thinking about phoenixes, boss. And he says, he looks in towards you all as this magnet sucked, connected to the car. All metal components, all magnetic metal components in the car, except for Winslor, your arm, your legs are shifted straight towards the ceiling, and your headset.
Does that mean all of our eyes would be not working?
All of your digital interfaces, all of your HUDs are unreliable as streams of displaced visual feed are shifting up and down in any of your cybernetic eyes. So Winslor, you have two arms free. Astraea, your hands are off the wheel and at the ceiling because they have the cybernetic components in them. You see Adina in the seat, just almost like frozen. My head hurts. I feel nauseous. And the war boy sort of like looks in, and he goes, hell of a haul. And you hear yelling down below.
Can I grab him?
You're in the back seat. He's just like looking in the front seat right now, and he says,
No need to talk.
what do we have here? As he's just like, he's like shifting from one side to the other, looking you guys up and down, specifically looking at your mechanical components. And you hear somebody below go, "Yeah, but manticores are war badass though, right?" And you hear the sort of like deeper voice go, "Fucking right." And the guy who's checking you guys out on top of your vehicle goes, "Boss, they got some nice tech on them too." And you hear a large pile shifting below you of metal servos and garbage moving. You don't have much of a view what's happening directly below you, but people are coming out from behind, of course, the open garage, behind different piles of garbage, and there are a few voices talking to each other right now. And the deeper voiced person who seems to have more of an authoritative sort of style to his voice says,
That's what I like to hear, clean boy. Tink, looks like we got more work for you today. Get up there and help Clean Boy strip our guests. Hey, Prey, you from around here?
and he's talking to the vehicle.
No, we're from Robo-City 16. The fuck is this?
Guess that means you weren't followed. Where you headed?
I mean, why does that matter? We're out of the city, away from the machine.
Tink, what are you doing? There is a ladder onto the top of the compartment that's controlling the magnet, and there is also a connected series of bars that lead up onto effectively like where the clean boy slid down.
I'm gonna start making my way up there to the vehicle. He told me to go basically gather the weapons.
Help strip them of all their parts. You get a radio feed from the person who is watching you that says,
I'm moving positions. Get a better view.
Well, I guess this is what I'm doing. This new procedure sucks. Hate letters.
When I'm able to do an action, I have a thing I want to do.
some of this was destroyed, but hopefully it's still got a good semblance of an image.
Need a hand?
No, I think since this is ready. Bringing out the map.
Should we land it?
I'm gonna have to redraw some of this.
Do you want me to wait?
I think you should do it just so we can adjust it. Sorry. I think that's the most that I can make it go. No, there we go.
Okay. Let's see what's the best position for them. Let's say this. Okay, geez, that's probably just blurs for them. Okay, so this right. Let's start. So this is where they came from. I'm gonna shift it forward a little bit so you can see the plane, the cargo plane. The cargo plane that they came through. This is the entrance. They drove through here. Saw the crane to their right holding a pile of garbage. Saw the hand. Saw the large robo hand in between the other crane. Saw the right here is the trash compactor. A bunch of boxes from compacted garbage and cars. And here's the garage that opened, revealing who knows at this point. This is the crane with the car in the being lifted up by the large magnet. Series of cars piled about 20 feet high right here in the center, and then the entire side over here, it just sort of like continues in this circling arc. So you guys are currently being held, again, about 20 feet high in the air. And let me see if I can find some things for you guys. So, this, I guess, will be the vehicle. And just for S's and G's, standing on top of the trash compactor.
I need to move
Yeah, it's actually, this is going to work.
Yay! Oh,
They can't tell, but
They
will
can't
soon.
see it! Oh, okay.
It's a salt and pepper shaker.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And that'll be all that you see currently. Gosh, that's a horrible map.
Lone Wolf and Lauren liked it.
So much cleaner than before, easier to see. Wonderful.
Maybe like a top down.
Okay, so as this is happening, I'll move this. Ooh, that's perfect. Even though it's blocking most everything else.
What if you flip it upside down since the other side is more transparent?
It's stressful
has
to
a-
work with that metal part.
I think it
This
works
is
fine
this is
without that orange thing.
clean
'Cause you,
boy.
you can't really tell from the camera's perspective that it's higher.
So, you were just pretty much ordered. You can. Who would you?
let
You
me
might want
go.
a piece.
Let me go get my tools,
You might want a piece of one.
and I'll be right up there.
Do you have a character?
The beholding.
Can I be that thing with the robo arms?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I can't reach him. But... So yeah, I'm gonna go just grab my tool belt really quick, and then I'll head up the ladder. So I'm guessing the ladder is somewhere around here.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing the path is like go up this thing and over.
Yeah. You're gonna have to slide down the cable.
It's a fun path for an old man.
Although the cable is much smaller now as it's been like viced up.
Can I do anything right?
Yeah, you can. Let's actually go ahead and roll initiative right now to see. Just to put an order to this chaos.
16.
Ooh.
Natural 10.
Ooh.
Comes out to 19.
$17.
Wow. Okay, so the clean boy starts fiddling on his belt for different like small tools and components. He has no augments on him whatsoever. The gang, as they refer to themselves, are the Manticores. So what'd you get, Nesha? We'll do a traditional initiative order here just to
19.
keep things interesting. 19. So you are actually up first. Astraea, what'd you get?
12.
12. Okay. So J, or not J. Gonna have to get that out of my head. Tink. What'd you get, Windsor?
16.
Sorry, Nature, Tink, Astraea. Okay, so Netra, you are up inside of the vehicle.
Can I hack this magnet arm?
Your feed, your headset is not being pulled up by anything. It's just the materials inside of the headset are not magnetic. It's like made out of. Actually, did research on what is magnetic metals and what are not, and I forget everything. It's just not magnetic material. But it is messing with the sort of like electric signals that your headset is using. So you will be at a deficit for rolling -3 for all of your hacking rolls.
I'll still try it.
So you can try. Yeah.
Would this be interface or basic tech?
This would be interface.
Okay.
So you're hacking something.
$24. Oh, -3. 21.
21. Okay, so you can definitely hack into it, but so what are you doing? What is the command that you give it?
I would like it to set us down to the side, away from this large pile of cars.
Which side? Point.
This side.
Okay, so we just pretty much set you down.
Yes.
Okay.
On the ground. And like let go of us.
Okay, so as it's setting you, as you hear the cable, and you start lowering, you hear,
Hey, what's going on here? Stop that! Tink, keep him up there. We're not ready yet.
Not me!
We got some funny business going on. Prepare, manticores.
Okay.
As soon as we land on the ground, can I take my headset off and put it in my bag?
You can, but as you're doing that, the clean boy goes, "Hey, what are you doing over there? Hey, cut that out!" And he starts to like wrestle the headset away from you. Give me a Dex plus brawling plus 1d10.
Oh, great. $21.
We'll see if that. Can I borrow somebody's d10? It's asking to create the guardian, so it just for some reason didn't remember where the guardian is. It's actually kind of aggravating. Cool, everything's still there. No, I don't need your stinking, your anti-cheating d10.
That's a good D10 that I just gave you.
It's been blessed.
Wow. 20. So
Oh,
you
thank
didn't
God.
even roll.
Yeah, how do we know? No, it's fine. I beat it. It's fine.
She beat it. So as he like reaches in, like, what are you doing there? Give me that. You just sort of like do one of those like, I don't, and then just like reach up, lurch your head out, and headbutt him in the face. As he like slides onto the side of the vehicle, and you guys are successfully placed down onto the platform where you were before, and now you see the leader in the threshold of the garage with two massive mechanized arms. You're not sure that they are exoskeletons for sure, but they are huge, thick exoskeletons that end in these large mechanized paws with huge talons coming out of different every single sort of like finger pendant. It looks like a lion's sort of exoskeleton attachment, and he's got this huge fur lining across his collar that sticks up in this wild red color. Vest on, and he's got two of those legs that are backwards, like a lion's legs, and he stands up and slams his claws together as you see, or as you hear, and they turn super red hot. Tink, you are up next. Oh, and you see on top of the trash compactor, this, like, I would say the leader is maybe like a 6 foot tall guy. The person on top of the trash compactor is about approaching 7 feet tall, with a huge scorpion mechanized tail on the back that's just sort of like waving with him. He's shirtless, and you can see that the tail is implanted all the way along his spine, as there are these sort of like gray latches down his spinal column, and you can see them sort of curling around his neck as the ending point. Completely bald. And that's actually all you can see right now, but you hear the shifting of metal to the left of you in the portion that isn't being shown by the map cam. So, Tink, you're up. You know exactly what that metal is. What the metal sounds.
I'm going to put on use like my bonus action to put on my tool belt, and I'll grab some cables from one of the electric boxes near the base of the crane.
Okay.
And then start making my way up the up the crane, and I don't know how far I can get, but basically doing as they ordered me, and I'm gonna try to get over to the car.
Remember, the car is on the ground now.
Oh, it's fully lowered?
Yeah, it's been fully lowered.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna just grab the cables and the tool belt, make my way over towards the back of the car. Oh, sorry, the front of the car, and then open up the trunk. Or sorry, Jesus, the hood. Car nomenclature. Sorry.
Okay, the hood, the clean boy's on the hood.
I'm gonna need you to move. How am I to take parts if you're on the top of this?
Something's going on with that chick, man. Watch her like a hawk. And he just sort of like slides off of the edge. He doesn't have any weapons on him, just the tool belt himself. And he just like hides over by the boss and says, "Boss, things are getting interesting. This isn't how it normally happens."
Can I hold my action until the dude gets off the hood?
He got off the hood. I just moved him.
Oh, wow. Sorry. I'm going to open up the hood and then start getting to work.
Repairing it?
No.
Okay, go ahead and give me a tech plus basic tech.
Okay.
Plus 1d10.
Ripping out the parts.
20.
I forget. You just lowered the car, but all of your shit's still fucked with the magnet.
But I wanted it to let go of us.
Okay. All right. Okay, with a 20, I would say that you rapidly assess sort of what the... Well, first of all, this engine is... It's pretty much ruined. The few fundamental technologies that comprise most engines you are aware of, but this is hypertech for you. So you immediately start fixing like what you can, and just like literally taking out duct tape, like just like doing the ghetto sense of repairs. And Astraea, you see some of the power to the functions start to highlight, as though they're getting power back to them right now.
But I will like see if I see parts that are, totally damaged beyond repair and are able to be removed, then I will remove those if I can, just so it like I don't leave empty-handed.
Okay. You collect a few wires that and like solid dense metal portions that are literally almost like connected very cleanly through what seem to be like tens of different sort of small metallic pieces that fit cleanly in. Like this is made out of components that you've never seen before. And you're just like, "Rah!" Some of the power bars go down. He gets back to work. Some of the power bars go back up. Okay, so that was your turn. Next up is the leader, as he smacks his two large fists together, gets down onto the ground, places one claw into the dirt as he lowers down and leaps, spins around, grabs the top of your vehicle, and just rips the top off as it exposes all of you beneath.
Do I get ripped off with it?
No, you're in the car now.
You're in the car. The magnet's off. The magnet is no longer affecting you guys, but he's just ripping the hood off, exposing you all beneath, and he's going,
Didn't think we'd have children in here. Complicates things a bit, but not too much.
and he is going to he's going to try and grab you with one arm, Winslor. Make a Dex plus Brawling. Remember, you have +2.
Natural 10.
Oh, shit. We'll just see if he makes a natural 10. I don't know if I'm taking this off. No, so as he reaches down with one claw, and you can feel like the threads of your garments get cinched, and you can feel claws insert into your abdomen, you just take your arm, grab him by the elbow, twist it around, and throw him off, twisting him and slamming him into the side of this trash compactor. He rolled natural 1. So you get away scot-free with no damage. Winslor, you are now up.
I immediately use my legs, and I will just angle myself towards him, and I'm going to shoot myself at him with my knife out.
So unlocking, like, loosening the door, opening it, and
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
I think your knife is gone.
Your knife is gone. Remember, it's your knife and your sniper rifle are gone.
Use your welder.
Your knife was stuck
Got it.
inside of the Minister
Yeah.
of Death.
Use my arm.
Welder.
Hey, if you're welder, bolter.
What am I rolling at?
This will be if you're attacking with your melee weapon, or are you trying to grapple him or attack him?
I'm going to attack him.
Okay. Then you're rolling just a melee weapon plus Dex plus 1d10. And if you use your bonus action, I'll give you 1 extra d6 for damage.
Oh yeah,
Due to
I mean this is like my bonus. All I want to do is just talk as like a bonus action. So if that uses up the bonus action, then don't add the 1d6.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure.
I'm gonna use luck, and it's just to push myself a little bit above 21.
Okay. Skirting across the sand, the compacted sand ground, you kick up some of the dirt just with your force, blasting out of the car and straight at the leader of the Manticores, slamming into him, pressing him against, denting the back metal plating of the trash compactor. Go ahead and roll, I think it's 2d6.
What am I adding? Anything? No, 6.
Just 6. Okay. As you have your sort of like your hand around his neck, slamming him up against the trash compactor, you can say whatever you want.
I'm gonna say, you touch the girl, and you will see black for the rest of your life. That's it. I will fucking end you.
Go ahead and roll a cool plus. I'll just say interrogation at advantage.
Find out why he wants to touch her. Where he's gonna try to touch her.
19.
We just want your parts, mate. We don't want the girl. We're gonna kill you, though.
I load another round and I say, we need our parts to down the machine. Something you might be familiar with. And that's I'm literally like if he can hear, I'm like just thumbing the trigger, like hand against his temple, thumbing the trigger, like we are on the same side.
We've been done with the machine for years. They don't bother us out here. I just want new parts. I want new badass machinery, and I want to fuck up the
Every single like Cosmos star name in my head just came in at the same time. We want to fuck up the Quasars.
Does that name ring a bell to me?
Would you have mentioned them at all?
I've only mentioned Tetra, but not the group she's with.
Yeah, no.
I don't know who the fuck the Quasars are. I don't give a fuck you are. I have one mission.
Uno, dos, tres.
Can I just shoot?
You can't. You've
Oh.
used up everything. Okay, so the guy on top, literally right above you with the scorpion tail, is going to drop down, crawl over the side, and he's going to pierce at you with his. Can you put your piece next to the balls? He's going to pierce at you with his tail. Why do I keep taking this off? I need to roll shit.
Lost your mind.
I have. I've lost my mind.
I can give you like a full set of dice.
Roll a competing dex plus melee weapon plus 1d10. This is how melee works. Winslor.
What am I wrong? Sorry.
Dex plus
Natural 1.
Okay.
If this was like a Skyrim or like a Fallout game or something like that, even if this guy had like a major quest line, was like very significant, I would have murdered him, just straight up. I probably resaved, murdered him again.
Yeah, no worries. You do whatever you want. But this large scorpion tail, lightning speed, inserts into the side of your neck, into the meat of your trap, pushing you down and shoving you like next to the boss as it pulls out. And give me a will plus concentration.
Ooh, okay. 21.
You are not poisoned. As drips of green land on the ground.
How much damage do I take?
Oh shit, I didn't tell you. 19.
I'm dead.
Oh shit. 19 points of... What's your armor?
I don't have any.
19 points of damage. As you are unconscious right now, and your body slides to the slides down next to the boss, and
Thanks, Malik. He was a tenacious one.
Astraea, you're up.
Car's broken, I guess. So
Your car
I
has
see.
more. Remember, your car actually is repaired a little bit with
no,
Tink working on it.
he removed some parts. I don't think I could drive it really anymore. But
No. He sorry if that was if that was easy to misunderstand. He just literally sort of threw out kept like random pieces, but was working on like the fundamental aspects of the vehicle. So you have more power now to the vehicle than you did before. But you did just see Winslor fly out of the vehicle, fuck the leader up, and then get surprise fucked also by
A lot of fucking going
Tailboy.
on.
Yeah, that's a what's it called, a menage or
Menage a trois.
menage a trois.
We're having a threesome over there.
What did I
I'm
miss?
just gonna.
You missed voulez-vous coucher à
Spaced
ce
out.
soir.
You said that completely wrong. But
Nailed
that's
it.
fine.
From the Christian episode?
Yeah. It's fine.
Potentially.
I know those things.
So
I guess I'm
Your
gonna
vehicle has power.
just press the shield button and get out of the car, just because.
okay, that can be a bonus action as your car is sort of like hovering above the ground about 1.5 feet. As this flickering at first shield pops out in a zone about 1.5 feet around the vehicle, and then solidifies as you see a spark and a sort of like a giggle come from Tank in the engine. The shield sort of reinforces a little bit more, and you hear, "I knew he was good." That just come from Adina.
And then I'm going to, I guess, shoot the guy who just jumped out, who got off the roof. I guess I'm not sure if I can see him.
Yeah, you can. He's both the leader and Malik are visible.
Yeah, shoot him and then keep an eye on what they're doing over there. Yeah, is that the leader and Malik, or is that the other guy?
Yeah, the leader is the sort of like lion themed guy. Malik is the scorpion themed guy.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna shoot that guy, then keep an eye on, I guess, Winslor's body.
Okay, go ahead and roll to attack. Reflex plus marksman plus 1d10.
26, the natural 10.
Wow.
Oh, a natural 10. Go ahead and double add 2 more d6 to your shot.
6, I guess.
What are you using? Heavy
Heavy
pistol?
pistol, yeah. A very heavy pistol, I guess.
Very heavy pistol. Okay.
What's the difference between a heavy
Holy
and a very
fuck.
heavy?
I get one
Weight.
more d6, but they're very heavy.
Gustav.
6. Wow, 16, I guess.
And that's with the extra 2 d6.
6 is 12. 6 minus 12 plus 4.
That's with the extra 2 d6?
Yeah, these are the extra 2d6 right here.
Okay, so 16 total?
Yeah.
Okay, as you unload...
Where are you getting 16
What are you
from?
talking about? Isn't it?
It's 22.
6 and 6 is.
12.
Oh, wow. I was thinking that was 6 right there with those 4. Never mind.
What the where are you undercutting yourself? I had to count it like 3 times. I'm like, am I retarded?
Yeah, never mind. 21. I was counting the 3 as
somehow
like.
in the
as
past,
a
you're getting
6 always.
flashbacks of bosses and other enemies being way more obliterated than they actually were.
So yeah, I guess 20, 21, I guess, yeah.
Okay, 21. As three deep, thick rounds exit your pistol, as you turn around and aim it on top of the. Oh, there is no top of the car. You just turn around and fire three at the scorpion-tailed individual, landing 3 into his chest as he slides back onto the trash compactor, losing his footing. As his actually it's not his turn, so he doesn't do anything, but he takes a significant amount of damage.
I was shooting that guy, I thought.
Oh, you're shooting the clean boy? I thought you said you were shooting the...
No, I was shooting at him and then keeping an eye on these guys.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Then you murder him.
Yeah.
You 3 shots. 1 in the sternum, 1 in the chest, 1 in the head. As he's just, obliterated off of the off of the board.
No more boys.
Okay, so you hear 3 shots come from the periphery of the junkyard, and Astraea, from that distance, it hits, and you take 19 points of damage. What's your armor?
12.
Okay, so you take 7 points of damage, and your armor is down to 11. God, on and off. I'll just keep it on. As you just hear shots out of nowhere. I said 3. That was wrong. Sorry, it's just 1 thick, bassy shot come from the periphery of the junkyard, and you take 19 points of damage from behind you as your body presses into the side of Bastion. Blood, you look down, is coating the door of Bastion, and you see as you look down at the blood and you look up, Adina is looking over your shoulder very sternly and almost like an angry little child, just like, how dare you? And she's just like focused on a direction. Next up, the large machine sound reveals itself as 4 different presses of appendages, steps, almost like gallop into the scene. We're using this as a wild sight reveals itself to anybody who can see. A literal manticore. 4 legs, the body of a lion, the mane of a lion, the morphed, stretched face of a human with this serrated, toothed maw, this wide, could fit an entire torso inside of it, and this huge battering ram tail that curls up into a thick, spiked end point. And it is going to... Let's see, who's it? Can you move your character, Tink, to the car? You're in the front of the car, actually.
Is that the front?
That's the back.
Oh. Whoops. I'm vulnerable.
Okay, it's going to take its gun and not its gun. Spoiler alert: the tail. You hear the sound of gunpowder being ignited as thick shells leave the spiked tail, and you can see this like shift of light, sort of as briefly a Gatling gun connected to the end of the tail is revealed. Like through the shots, it displaces the light, revealing its true nature. And since you are the only one, actually, since you're in the shield of the vehicle. Oh shit!
I got it.
Yeah, you're on the outskirts of the vehicle. Yeah, sorry. It's still making sounds. It's still, you can see like real footprints leaving large claw prints in the sand. So this thing is very much real, but there's something about its true nature that isn't quite revealed yet. You take a total of 14 points. So I think 3, and then your armor's reduced to 10. Astraea. As these thick bullets land, just rip holes in your armor as you start bleeding even more. But thankfully, most of them have skimmed you. The only way to explain only 4 points of damage. Netra, you're up.
Can I start out with my bonus action?
Yeah.
And I would like to talk to Athena and be like, Athena, are there any games that you think we can play in this area? Anything that looks interesting to you?
You know that, do you like toys?
I love toys.
Me too. My favorite, because I really love a challenge, is when you take the claw, and I've never won at it, but have you seen those big boxes that hold all the toys in it, and you use the claw to grab it? That looks like a big toy to me. And she's looking at the manticore.
Okay. Am I still hacked into the magnetic thing?
Yeah, you are.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'd like to swing it around and hover it above the giant manticore.
Okay. As you're doing this, you hear, boss! Boss! What do we do? And, you, actually, yeah, this will be a competing... Interesting, to compete against magnets. I'm just gonna roll a dex plus brawling, and if they beat a 20, or you can use your... It doesn't really make sense for your hacking ability to be what they have to beat.
Should I roll an opposing one?
Doesn't matter, they rolled 17.
Oh.
So you succeed as they're like backing away. You start to hear metal grinding as they start like trying to backpedal, and their front appendages leave the ground as they're just being lifted into the air before clink, as they're just like 4 paws are clawing and their tail is whipping around. You have successfully used your I guess your net action, so you still have a meat action.
For meat action, I would like to shoot at the scorpion guy.
Okay, go ahead. Tink, you're up next. Think about what you're gonna do. As this this shield has apparated around you.
I'm gonna use 3 points of luck.
What was your total roll? Because with a pistol, he's
17.
He's 5. Sorry, 6, 12. Yeah, with a 17, you hit him.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to use your luck.
Great. Excuse me.
Yeah. Sorry.
Get that water.
Your own dice.
No reason at all.
Wow. Pretty
15.
good.
15 points of damage?
Yes.
Okay. Oh. Take away all the damage from him before. And add 15 to him now as, 3 solid shots land in his torso. Pretty much the description I gave to Astraea is yours, as you are inside of the car and you are shooting out from the shield as you see small sort of circular displacements across the shield as your bullets leave in their chest, landing them down as they land on their elbow on top of the trash compactor. Next up, Tink. You can move if you want. You can leave the vehicle or...
I'll stay in the vehicle.
Okay.
Or I guess I'd like, can I pull Adina into the backseat with me so it's like I can protect her?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And as you pull her in, she goes, "Oh, you did it in your first try."
I'm really good at the claw machine.
I got a place I need to take you when we get back. Okay, Tink.
I would like to first start by doing a tech check or something on their vehicle to see how many more repairs are needed.
Oh, at least like an hour's worth. There's nothing that you can do in
Okay.
like you can maybe pick one function to fix now, but in terms of making the vehicle like, reliably seaworthy again, that's gonna take a long time.
Okay. I will I'll do another check similar to last time to keep going at it. Do I have, can I also do an attack, or is that my full action?
I would say you can either repair a function of the vehicle, because that takes a lot of dexterity and thought, or you can attack. Or remember, you have a remote to some functions of this place.
Of course. Forgot about that actually. Okay. Well then, I'm gonna go back to work. Can I?
You have controls over the cranes. You have over the trash compactor, saws over there.
And this is the
lights.
trash compactor?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna do one roll to repair the vehicle. Natural 10.
A new vibrant blue sheen just sort of reinforces the shield around the vehicle currently, and instead of sort of wobble hovering, it finds this very clean point of stability.
Awesome. And then I will I imagine I have on my belt a bunch of knobs and switches and stuff, like a hip little switch hub. I know these things because I own the place. And I'm gonna flip the switch that compacts the trash compactor.
A little box just falls out of the debris, and one of those fists with a coil and a spring in the punching glove just boing.
High tech.
Just
So I'm
kidding.
gonna pop out and then and try and time it to do my best to compact that dude over there.
He's not on the garbage or anything.
Oh,
You'd have to get him in the garbage pile.
well then can I hold that bonus action?
I feel wrong just giving you suggestions, but you have cranes that are literally their job is to grab garbage and put it in the trash compactor. You see that crane right there with literally the car hanging in it?
Oh, sorry, I didn't. Honestly, the cat and all the people are blocking it from my point of view.
Oh, okay.
Okay, then yeah, I would like to. Sorry to retcon that, but I'd like to control the crane and just do a quick flick to see if I can hit the boss over. Just like swing it into him
Okay.
and yell, "They're hacking my shit!"
Tink, you're betraying us.
And
No, it's not me.
go ahead and roll a tech plus basic tech. Actually, roll a reflex plus marksman. Because you can control the machine, it's really just about whether or not you are accurate with the machine.
24.
Accurate as fuck.
Go ahead and give me 10d6.
2, 4, 6, 8.
Tink, your machines are going haywire.
Part of the madness.
As the leader's like trying to push Winslor's body off of him in time to leave, finally slumps Winslor to the side and is winding his pistons up in his. You don't wind pistons up. Is compressing his pistons to leap out of the way. That was a bit too much math. That was a fault on my part. Maybe we should have started with 5
36.
and then done 5 and 5.
I was one off. I had 37. But there was one that was cocked.
As the crane arcs and starts to swing this car around as it lowers and dips down onto the ground, the leader pushes Winslor off to try and leap out of the way, and only gets a foot, he completes his thrust, but right as the car slams him into the side, and the car sort of bounces off and as he's just like slammed. You've ruined your trash compactor with this, as the entire trash compactor has bent inward. It might still be functional, and who knows what would happen if you turned it on, but it's like the leader's body is imprinted in the side of the trash compactor right now, and the scorpion guy is like, it pierces the side and tries to hang on as he goes,
Leo!
And next up, you've done a lot. Leo is up, and he is going. Yeah, Leo's going to lift himself out, and he stands up, bloodied. His arms are rent and bent, and he's like, and you see his talons start to flare. He's trying to get power back into them as they go from this matte matte metal to searing red, to matte metal to searing red, and he keeps them there as he's just walking straight towards you, and he goes,
You've messed up there, Tink. We had a good system going.
and he's leaping at you. This is a brawling, so all damage is full damage. If he beats yours, it's probably not. You look like a brawler, just like Jay, just like good old Jay. 23.
Sorry, PP's my what?
Dex plus brawling plus 1d10.
No, he beats it.
Okay. He does get 2 attacks because he's because he is brawling. It's just the nature of the rules. This time it's a 19. Tink.
Of damage?
No, 19 to hit. I'm gonna calculate all the damage after.
Oh, sorry. That was 11.
Okay.
Doesn't hit.
Not a brawler.
24 points of raw damage as he takes one massive claw and arcs it down across the ground, scrapes the sand turns some of it to glass with the superheated talons and uppercuts you, slashing your trench coat up, slashing across your face. And then he takes his second arm and he smacks you down to the ground, totaling 24 points of damage, and says,
We got some shit to work out, you and us. The Manticores ain't through with you.
and then he looks into the vehicle and looks at you, Netra. And he says,
Or you.
and next up is Winslor. Make a... Can you make anything? Let me see that rule book.
Death save is 8. You beat 8?
Yeah, my death save is 8.
You rolled an 8?
No, my death save is an 8.
Oh, but if you beat an 8, you...
You only have,
You tell me,
You
I'm
Mr.
trying.
Book.
you only have 10, so I mean, it's pretty
I'll
hard to beat
roll.
that.
Look, if you sound even slightly more
I
confident
die.
than me...
I die. I'm dead. I rolled a 1.
Dead. 1.
It's 2 natural ones back to back. That dice is done for the night.
We're birding it after this.
Winslor is dead. If you rolled a natural 1...
Alright, have fun.
Gross, what?
As through blurry vision, he sees the leader walking towards Tink and rending his body up and down, and then setting a large taloned paw on the shield and gripping it while he whispers threats towards Netra. All seems lost to Winslor as vision fades to black, and the last thing he sees is Adina's eyes, the little child peering over the window of the car, putting her hand up against the window, and Netra, you hear Winslor!
I'm gonna scream, no! This is the second crew member we've lost in 2 days. No, it's been the same day.
It has been the same day.
Oh my god.
Sorry, Winslor. Malik is up, and let's see who is left. Who's left with murder? Malik is going to hop off the machine, hop off the trash compactor, and Malik is going to go over towards the vehicle, and he's just going to test out the shield. It's going to be a guaranteed hit, so he's just going to roll damage. Oh, that's such a lame. That's it's not enough to destroy the shield, but the pincer, the tip of the tail, whips and pierces through as he's trying hard to get more mass through the blue orb, and is just keeping him at bay, and he reels it back, and he just sort of like paces back and forth. And now you've got 2 menacing characters around your vehicle, with only Tink, Astraea, and Netra and Astraea left. Astraea, your turn is up.
Guess I'm gonna see the guy come with the tail. I'm gonna put my pistol away, pull out my Goku blade, and I'm gonna go fight him.
Oh shit, walking around the length of the shield, putting the pistol back in the holster, and grabbing the Goku katana out as you're holding it, just walking up to him. Go ahead and roll to attack, and he'll roll like hitting.
Well, I got -3 because I'm seriously wounded right now.
Oh, you also have 2 attacks. That's what happens in melee combat. You have 2 attacks, and it bypasses their
Natural 1 for the first attack.
We're all gonna die.
He takes his pincer and pierces it into the ground as you see compartments spread out from the caterpillar-like compartments of the tail as a shield as your Goku Katana slams up against his defenses. What was your second roll?
17.
That beats him. Go ahead and roll damage.
2d6 for the... I don't know what the katana did.
Oh, Goku Katana, 46. Five, 4, 11, 13.
13.
This might be a TPK here. I underestimated everything. Just kidding.
Actually, that's 12.
What does TPK
10
stand
plus
for?
2.
Oh.
Oh, that's total.
Yeah, 12.
Okay. Yeah, as his tail's inserted into the ground, creating this arcing shield from his unnatural cybernetic appendage, you just sidestep, swirl around, and extend the Goku Katana all the way through his shoulder, piercing him, sliding him back, ripping his tail out of the ground, and pulling it back, and ripping the Goku Katana out of his wound, and shortening it once again to its normal size. And he licks his lips and says, "About time for a challenge." And next up is another shot's gonna be fired at the car to try and break the shield.
And he's still there.
He's dead.
His body's still there.
His body's still there.
Alright, give me his body there.
This time, one single thick round from the opposite side, where the sniper round came before, bores a hole into the shield, and you can see waves of energy get pushed aside as the color gets lighter and lighter and lighter of the shield before coming to a stop and sliding down. But the shield looks incredibly weakened at this point. One more attack and it is done for. The Manticore thing is going to try and use its tail to shoot the cable. May I see a D10 just to make sure that this is a roll out in the open, because I think it's getting very interesting right now. I hope it gets a 10.
It's pretty decent.
Is there 7?
It's a
Yeah.
7.
It's an L.
Yeah, it starts to it's like trying to you can see fire like start to spurt from its mouth as it's trying to reach the cable around its back, and then its tail just almost like figures out what's going on and starts to shoot the wire. Let's roll damage. And it's a thick twine, so it's managed to get 2 bullets into it, loosening the twine as they drop a little bit, but they are still being hung up by a thread. The thick plate of the magnet is still sort of like bringing their limbs up and messing with all of their sensors as well. And oh, actually, I should have mentioned this before. As they get connected by the magnet, the visual of the Manticore leaves. It sparks and shifts and displaces for a split second before it, and you see what look to be like 3 midgets in exoskeletons that their exoskeletons are connected together to make this quadruped tiger form, but they're like light exoskeletons, similar to the metal burden that you're wearing right now, the arm, around their body. There's a little midget commanding the legs. I mean, you know, another little midget commanding the
What's happening?
the torso, and then you see one midget standing on top of the shoulders with their leg exoskeleton connected to the shoulder exoskeleton of the midget commanding the front legs, and they're commanding this like large, almost like bear trap jaw with like little like fluorescent light bulbs as the eyes. The illusion is very much gone. They're just I would say a medium threat compared to their presentation before. So they are still hanging. They did not roll nearly high enough. Netra, you are up.
I would like to be like, is this all you got? And then I'm just gonna like swing the magnet back and then just like, and then like demagnetize and hope that they just go like flying.
Wow. Okay. So give me a similar to what Tink had to roll. Give me a reflex plus marksmanship plus 1d10, and do it at advantage because this will be entertaining. This is like the equivalent of a like inspiration for D&D.
20.
Okay. With the like dancing, almost like dog paddling paws and exoskeleton appendages of these midgets are trying to find purchase on the ground and getting aggravated, their entire form starts to shift as the crane on top starts to careen to the right and then to the left as they snap against the shifting momentum, and the twine undoes itself even more down to one single strand as the crane whips across the entire scene and lifts up as you hear arcing over the mound, the 20 to 25 foot tall mound of cars and garbage and used up tech, disappearing into the night sky.
Perfect.
Oh, well, if you lost that entire part, it's your loss.
I'm sure they didn't.
Literally. So, wow, okay. I promise you, I didn't even think about that possibility. There goes the thing. Tink, you're up. As you have Leo, the boss, in front of you, who is dripping blood across the side of his mouth. There's like a rib literally poking out of his rib cage underneath his vest. He looks damaged, but he's like equally furious right now. And this, the very attractive driver lady is in a katana close quarters combat, also looking very damaged. Scorpion guy's looking pretty damaged as well, Malik. But yes, what do you do?
I'm gonna turn around, grab those cables I mentioned earlier, and look right at the boss and say, "Are you sure you want to fuck with me? You see what I just did?" And I'm gonna lunge at him with the cables, and they're the the jumper cables, and I'd like to try and electrocute him.
Okay. Go ahead, go for it. Just a brawling plus their opposed brawling. What'd you get?
22.
How you beat a guy with two large, like a guy made for physical combat? You can go fuck yourself. They roll really low.
Wait, how low?
As they're like, yeah, you sure about that? You sure?
And then you just quickly, like, with unnatural old man strength, leap forward with these sparking cables. I imagine they're sparking. I imagine you're not just touching a
They're sparking.
Yeah. here's some wound up cabling.
There's more where that came from. Got a box of cables.
Okay, go ahead and roll 8d6.
Oh.
But this will take power from Bastion.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Is that the only one? I'm keeping it. It's not cocked.
Hey, so they have a like a rolling tower, and he just plopped all of the d6s into the tower as one landed and spun at the top and landed on a 6. And it's a like an official D&D dice
36.
too, so it's got like the D&D symbol on it.
Same roll as last time. 36.
Holy
And I'm going to, as a bonus action, as he's getting electrocuted, laugh maniacally.
okay, his fate is in your hands.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Well, as is being electrocuted. I mean, he's just slowly getting melted. But I'm going to get as close as I can and be like, yeah, come back for more. Pay me. Then I'm just gonna be.
They
making crazy
listing
faces.
the litany of things that they've had you do over the few months that they've been here. Just like getting payback and talking about how they fucked up your precious trash compactor.
It's for
How
the nicknames.
How dare they fuck up whatever the trash compactor's name was, as you look at it and you're clearly responsible for destroying it. Yeah, he just like, as he like drops onto the ground, and you're just like, you go from looking at all of the sparks to looking into his eyes and just like, how dare you do this to me and that to me and this, as you're just like, and now they're going backwards, and just like you hear the snapping of their spine as their eyes are just wild and they pop out of their sockets. All of the fur around their neck is just like dancing electricity is crossing them, as you have like glass is starting to form below them from the sand, as their entire body is just like heating and crystallizing.
I'm gonna cover Adina's eyes.
She actually pushes you out of the way and rushes over towards Winslor. Winslor, make one more death saving throw. Make one more death saving throw. You don't know what powers Adina has. You do not know what powers Adina has. You are
Time to
still
take up
knocked
a
out,
beatboxing career.
but she lays her fingers on you. She like caresses your head in her tiny little hands. They just barely can hold, like the tip of your jaw right here. They're just barely able to cup. And she says, "Not another one. Not another one. Come back to me, Winslor. Come back to the Mortal Code. You need to get me to Samarkand. You promised. You all did." And you can hear this. You can get this like semblance of a silhouette of this small little girl who's talking to you with more meaning than is really even reasonable for somebody that you've only known for a few, like maybe 2 hours. And you still cannot make sense of what's going on, but your heart is currently beating. Malik is up, Astraea, and I need you to make a competing. Can I see D10?
Should probably put some batteries in that microphone.
if I came back to life fully, I have nothing to say.
Make a competing. Make a competing Dex plus Brawling, please.
Is 18 minus 3. No, 7. 15. But I'll keep going. I keep going up and up and up. Yeah.
A number.
You just barely beat them as their tail rips out of the ground, and they pivot around on one foot to try and, like, as it coils up behind them and pierces straight at you. You use your Goku Katana to, as sparks are flying, you deflect the piercing tail as it whips around, and it's coming for a side swipe. Go ahead and roll another competing. This one's going to be harder to beat.
1.
Okay, this one you take. $13 points of damage. As it, even with your Goku Katana out, the force of the blow pushes the Goku Katana into you and slides you to the side about 5 feet, crushing a few ribs. You hear snap underneath the weight.
I'm critically wounded.
As he sees that that the leader has been destroyed, and he goes,
Sly, we gotta get out of here.
and he is going to try to run away at this point. He's going to use his tail to, like, latch onto some of the garbage and pull himself up. You can get I don't know if this exists in Cyberpunk, but you get an attack of opportunity.
I'm not gonna try and attack him. I'm just gonna let him go.
Can I get an attack of opportunity?
He's not close enough for you to get an attack of opportunity, but you also hear the shifting of, like, you see metal components from the top of one of the garbage piles just, like, clatter down as you hear something move, but you don't see it. And as he takes his tail, lifts himself up, hops over the edge, and before you sort of, like, see his head peek back over, and he says,
I'm gonna get vengeance for Leo. And uno, dos, and tres. We'll be back.
and he sort of, you hear the sliding down from the trash on the other side, and he's running away and sort of, like, soaring up above you all. And with that, combat has come to a close as still smiling over the body, still sparking, Tink, you're finally finished with your kill.
We're fully out of combat.
You guys are fully out of combat. You've destroyed the leader. The Manticore is no longer a threat. You've killed Clean Boy and the Scorpion and whatever else was there that was, well, you know who this person is, but they're no longer around.
Do you have some place so we can rest?
Yeah.
Tend to our wounds?
We can head on inside.
Thank you.
Sorry about that.
And you see Adina just, like, resting in between Winslor's unconscious body's legs, and she's just, like, saying, I don't think you would have made a good car. I'm just saying, Jay and Max, the leader of the mutants, are represented through the toys that she has. And the only one left is literally a car, like one of those old cartoony Disney cars with, like, the eye headlamps and the smiling bumper.
Well, so weird kid you got there.
She's not mine. She is really weird.
I just wanted you to know. I had a gun to my head. Wasn't my idea.
Well, we appreciate you helping us where you could.
Well, let's see about your friend there.
Yeah.
He does not look good.
No.
Your car's in better shape. That's a plus, right? Still needs repairs, though. And if they come back soon, we're aft. So we should probably get it going. Here, I'll
My
help you grab
thoughts.
your friend.
Exactly.
Let's head on over to the...
Does Tink happen to have the only first aid in the group, like Jay, or
He
are you guys
does.
entirely bereft? Okay.
Tons of first aid.
Jay barely had a first aid. It was 3.
Is there a way that we can like learn skills or like meta that?
Yeah, just like in D&D, if there's something that you are interested in, it just takes bringing in that narrative to the story. Like, there has to be a reason, and then there has to be a path. And so, if, like, oh, fuck, like, Jay is dead, we're getting fucked up all the time, like, maybe I need to learn some, like, ability to tourniquet wounds or something to help out, because we almost fucking died there.
Okay. I would like to help him tend to the wounds of our party. And hopefully pick up some things along the way.
That would
Okay.
be very helpful.
Nobody gets advantage yet because you literally know nothing, but if this continues, then that can be a prospect of the future.
Perfect.
This is your playlist now.
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. So as we're like collecting ourselves and making our way over to the where I live on the premise, I would be telling you guys that
Well, they've had me at gunpoint for quite some time, and they killed my best friend. So yes, I would appreciate the help. I'll show you when we get inside. They've destroyed the place.
and I'll point out a it almost looks like a mailbox that opens up, and it's got like a little chute.
That's Breaker. He was my best friend.
A mailbox?
No, my best friend.
Oh.
I'd feed him. We'd have long conversations. And they trashed him.
Oh.
No respect for me. Anything really around here. So thank you.
Aw.
Thank you for helping me take care of that situation.
No problem.
Well, I understand if you want to take a moment to catch your breath. But,
Did you make a medical check yet?
No, I was gonna wait until we got into we carried us instead of like staying out here in the open.
No. Okay.
But I'll do it. I'll do it now.
I'm a better mechanic than I am a medic, so, we'll see how it goes.
Pretty well, actually. 27.
Yeah. And you have no armor again? No armor at all? I don't know how I'm trying to balance this here. 27 divided by I'm literally going fucking crazy fighting that. There's no other thing in Winslor's mind other than you guys your mic isn't on, so we'll say that you have tended to his wounds, but he is not yet woken. You are the bleeding has stopped. You've set the most unset of bones, and you've definitely patched like the point really close to his heart that killed him from the piercing wound from the scorpion tail. So you've stabilized him, but there's this like, as you're working on him, there's almost this like vibration to his body, this like this tense just this intensity to his frame, like, you know, coursing with some kind of like undercurrent of
Furious
massive amounts
anger.
Furious anger.
You
open up his eyelids and they're rolled to the back, but it's like bloodshot with very thick red veins.
I think I've stabilized
You
him.
see more,
But I
don't know that
Something
we
else
should
going
bring
on
this
there.
thing back, to be honest. It's gonna come back as a dark creature.
he's fighting something beyond what I can see there.
I'd like to rest, but
I don't know what you guys have
hold a
been
heavy
through.
pistol on my leg, aimed at Winslor's body. Cause he definitely died. I don't know what's gonna come back right now, but it doesn't look good. I don't know what Adina can do, but that doesn't look good.
I would actually say you don't know for sure that he did die.
Oh.
You just saw him get a fucking horrible wound and go to the ground and his eyes close. But there's like, you didn't go over there to confirm that he was dead. And
Looking at the damage, though, this guy should be dead. Let me tell you.
you've got a really amazing place here. So many toys, Tink.
Oh yeah, got a great collection of newspapers, cans. Some call it junk, but I call it treasure. You call it toys.
Another
It's all the
person's
same.
trash, right?
It's not trash.
I'm sorry. You're right. I don't think it is either.
Sorry, I'm not used to children. What do? I have keys.
I'm gonna go tell Adina to go play in the anywhere that's away from it. Except for sharp objects. Stay away from sharp objects.
Can I really? Can I go?
Just stay within sight. That's all you have to do. Stay within sight.
Here, I have a little room that's it's a bunch of junk parts.
Stay within sight.
No controls in there. Can't really do any damage.
Stay within my sight. Yep.
Okay, but there's a lot of deadly stuff within sight. So
Yeah,
just
so that's
over
why I
there.
can keep watching her.
Okay. And okay, so as temperatures cool, as you guys collect yourself, and I imagine get to work on the vehicle as sounds from the city are getting closer to your location.
You guys are bringing trouble with you, huh?
Yeah, we gotta get out of here pretty quickly.
Trouble was already here, so yes.
You guys can decide whatever you would like to do in between now and the next time that we pick up this game. Thank you for joining us, everybody, for another exciting episode of Sasapunk. Remember, tune into the Loser Club stream every Monday through Wednesday from 4 to 9 p.m. Pacific Time. And join us every Thursday at 7 on Twitch and Facebook Gaming, as well as the Loser Club is Twitch and Facebook Gaming, and YouTube as well. The Loser Club, Sasapunks. And remember to like, follow, share, tell all of your friends and family about the wondrous things we're doing here. So we can all rise and really just come on. We're going to take over Critical Role one day, all right? And you guys have to help us. We can if we band together. Who cares if we stream at the exact same day and time? We'll take their fans Anyway, thanks for joining us, everybody. As always, until fate next brings us together. And
never stop playing role-playing games.
Unless it's past your bedtime.
Then go to bed. And then play role-playing games the next day.